Wassup, clique. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a newbie, a warm welcome to you. And if you're a regular, what's up? You know the vibes. Again, we're still in Vlogtober. Guys, I am so sorry. Like, I just woke up and my throat was sore, but I said the devil is a liar because the devil is a liar, period. In today's video, I asked you guys, if you have me on Instagram, Celine Shabalala, you know that I had asked you guys to ask me questions, and I just really want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to those who actually asked. Man, I always say ask instead of asked. Thank you, a big shout out to everyone who asked, guys. It really means a lot, because when you're an upcoming influencer slash YouTuber slash social media whatnot, it's hard to get people to engage with you, you know, because they're not really sure about your content, they don't know, and just all of that, right? But thank you so much to those who took the time to ask me questions. In total, I got 46 questions, so there will be a part 1 and a part 2. So yeah, let's get into it. So since you guys know that I film with my iPhone, I had to write down the questions in a notepad. So let's jump into it. So the first question is, what's it like balancing being a student, daughter, mother, and girlfriend? I think 3 people asked me this question, but what's it like? I don't know, guys, to be quite honest. Hey, I try by all means to do everything and give it the same amount of attention, you know, because I strongly believe that in life you balance. Life is all about balancing. You know, we're always going to be busy. There's always this in the way, there's always this, there's always that. There's just always something happening in your life, you understand? But it can't be an excuse to say, I don't have time for being a mother, I don't have time for being a girlfriend, I don't have time for being a daughter in the house, my mother's daughter. I don't have time to go to work or to school. You know, life is all about balancing. After all, you're not doing all those things like 24/7. You know, there's no ways that you're schooling Monday to Sunday, you know. And I'm just grateful for COVID, because it gave me time to get through, I think, was it 2 years of my 1.5 years, right? So it gave me time to get to be with my son, and also school, because it was online. So I was always at home, you know. And when COVID struck is when I fell pregnant, so I was always home, and we're on like severe lockdown in South Africa, so I was constantly at home. So hence I'm saying there's just always something that's going to be in the way, but there's also always a solution, you know. So I think that's how I balance, by saying, okay, this day I'm not writing, I'm not going to school, I was with Amo yesterday, let me go see him. You know, I come back home. I don't sleep out, so I come back home. You know what I mean? So yeah. Question number 2, what is your biggest regret? I don't have. Honestly, I don't have. I really don't have, because I strongly believe that everything happens for a reason, and everything is God's plan. So how do I regret something that was set for me? Because God knows your whole life is planned out. Your whole life is literally planned out. So if now I'm gonna say I regret, I don't know, going to school at 5 or whatever, I was destined to go to school at 5 years. You know what I mean? So everything is planned by God. So I don't have regrets with anything because it's God's plan. So yeah. Question number 3 is your son's father still in the picture? What picture? Kadok. What picture? He's there. I mean, he's there. He provides, well, his family provides for Amu. He's not there. He's just there. Like he didn't go MIA per se, but he's not active. I think that's how I can put it. He's there, but he's not active. Question number 4. How's the relationship with your parents after having a baby? With my mom, I'll speak about my mom. I think it grew a lot. It grew a lot because we have this one individual who just brings everyone together. You know, not just my parents, but the whole family. Like, my whole immediate family. You know, like, my sister doesn't stay with us. So, usually she'd go, like, months without coming here. But because Amu's here, she will come. Like, after, like, 2 weeks, she wants to come and see Amu. You know, so not just my parents, obviously with my mom the relationship grew because we had something in common. We had someone in common that we had to come and be one with. You know, I can't be fighting with my mom and my mom's taking care of Amu. Doesn't make sense, you know. So it grew for the better. It really grew, and it became strong. I mean, she even now knows that I have a boyfriend. So I think it really grew, and I think it also made her realize like life, it's life, you know. And you know, so I'm very grateful for my son, very grateful, because not my relationship with my mom, but my relationship with my siblings and their own relations, you know, because we all have one person in common, which is Amu. So yeah, in terms of my dad, I've just almost made me learn to accept the kind of person that he is. I think that's where I'll leave it at. So yeah, almost just made me accept the kind of person that he is, you know, because he genuinely, like, from the bottom of his heart, loves Amu. Like, he adores Amu. So Amu has taught me, oh guys, this thing is just flying inside here. Amu has taught me to accept him for the type of person that he is. Question number 5. How do you manage juggling school, work, and motherhood? I think I answered that in the first question. I make time for everything. I make sure that I separate, and yeah, basically. How's the relationship with your baby daddy? You don't have one. We genuinely don't have one. It's just say hi, I'm outside to bring Amu stuff. Oh, okay, sharp. He drops them off, he goes. That's all. We don't have a relationship. Next question is, how's it managing friendships and relationships? I think I answered that. My friends also make time for me, high key, hey? My friends also make time for me. Like, they will generally come and visit. You know, like, they will generally come out of the way and come and visit or support, like, Amu's birthday or whatever. Like, or they'll plan, like, things, you know. So it's not oh, Selena's a mother now, let's not include her. No. My friends, I've got the best friends. I have got the bestest of friends, period. The next question is, if you had 2 wishes, what would they be? To live or to have a beautiful, complete family. Excuse me. What I mean by that is to have a father present, a man figure, a husband figure, a family-orientated man in the house, a mom and kids, and just a beautiful home. Like, I'm not saying there mustn't be issues, a perfect home, but just homely home, man. Like, I must get home and be like, I can't wait to be with my family, or I'd rather be with my family than my friends, you know. That's the first one. Number 2, to be wealthy. Not to be rich, but to be wealthy. And wealthy is rich and healthy. according to me, that's how I define wealthy. So yeah, I think those are my two wishes. Next question is, how's school? Also, how do you manage to strike balance between motherhood, being a student, or girlfriend, working, and all that jazz? How long did it take? Okay, how's school? School is okay. I'm lying. School is showing us bums. It's showing us our bums. It's showing us our assholes. That's exactly what it's doing, yeah? Ross, that's exactly what it's doing. But no, school is not fine, guys. I think I answered the house juggling, whatnot twice now. How long did it take? I was at home for when I fell pregnant. We were under lockdown, like shutdown, national shutdown, which went on for months, and then after that we went into lockdown. So I was at home from that period, which was in March. I don't fall pregnant. I found out in March, which was from March till Amu was born, and then plus 6 months. And then I started going out like on the 8th, 9th month, I think. So yeah, I think that's how long it took me to get back on my feet and start like going to school and all of that. Thank God to lockdown, guys, honestly. Next question. How did you get back into the dating pool after having a son? How was the experience for you? How long? When did I meet him? It was not March, April, May, March. I remember it was his birthday and I commented on his picture. Before him actually. March, I think. So how did you get back up here? How did you get back, or not how long? Or how did you get back? I don't know. I just met someone and I liked him. That was before my boyfriend, the lawyer guy, the infamous lawyer guy. That was, how long did it, what was the question? How did you get back? I don't know. I just met him and I liked him. No, actually, I'm lying. He met me and then he liked me and then I liked him back. How was the experience for you? That experience, it was okay, but this experience now is amazing. Next question. What advice would you offer a fellow young mom? You know what? To be quite honest, none. And I'll tell you why. Everyone feels the need to advise young moms. Everyone, your grannies, your mother's mothers, your mother's 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 mom, your neighbor's mother who comes to visit, then she sees you and she says, oh, go now, you grew up so manje. Hey, yeah, I paid, what. Hey, all of that nonsense. You know what? Do what you feel is best for you, number one, and for your son. Guys, as young moms, you are so important. This is now turning into advice, but take care of yourself. Don't ever feel like you have to abandon yourself because there's a little one. Also, you'll be selfish at sometimes, because if you're happy, the child is happy automatically. And I stay saying this and I will continue to say this. You have to be healthy. You have to be happy for your son or your daughter, your kid to be happy. You understand? So always, always, always try to do what you feel like is best for you and your child. We're always getting advices left, right, and center. It's fine, appreciate, but for me, I don't have any advice. Do what you feel is best for you, and along the way, you will learn. And that's just that. Okay, and the next question is, if there's one thing you could tell your 16-year-old self about love, what would it be? There's bigger things to love. There's bigger things to relationships. What you get in high school is not is literally the minimum. It's literally the minimum. Like, you don't know nothing. You do not know anything. I think that's what I tell my 16-year-old self. You haven't figured it out at all, my sister. Like, you have not figured out anything at all. Just relax. Just relax and go with it. I think that's the honest truth I tell myself at 16-year-old. At 16 years. At 16 years, sorry. Yeah. Next question. When would you like to have another kid if you want one? Of course, not one. Maybe like you know. When? I think after 5 years. I think after him and I have established ourselves. Actually, let me not put a time frame to it, to be quite honest. I think when I've established myself, you know. But obviously not anytime soon. No, not anytime soon. But when we've both established ourselves and we know that we don't have to bank on our families or outside help to raise our kids, you know. So I think that's when I'd go for other babies. So yeah. What are your career goals? Your YouTube, guys, hey? I was in a funk. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I was in a mad funk, you know, and I was like, what if I'm not destined to be a YouTuber? Like, okay, what if I'm not destined? What if I'm not even going to be an influencer that I want to be? Or, like, what if this is not for me? Like, what if, you know, like, I had so many, like, insecurities, I think, and doubts. I was doubting myself a lot to say, what if this is not what I'm meant to be? Because why can't I be consistent on YouTube? Until last week where I was like, YouTubers. One day I just woke up and I started shooting content. I kid you guys not. Hence I was like, I'm back. I'm really, really back, and I'm gonna strive to post almost every day for Vlogtober, you know. So career goals, back to the question, I just wanted to explain that part. Career goals is to be a YouTuber, an established YouTuber, you know, an established influencer. I think a politician. I'm not sure. Or a part-time politician if they such, but there's no such. But I think those are my career goals. Those are things that I genuinely actually like. It's just that politics is just showing me flames at school because I don't like reading. So how I'm going to become a politician, I have no idea. But it's one of my other career goals. But it's definitely to be an established YouTuber and to be an established influencer, period. Point blank, period, mommy. Next question. If there's any advice you would have to give to the 16-year-old, what would it be? That question was love. This one is 16-year-old. I think it's the same thing. You don't know anything. Because I think once you reach that stage, when 16, 17, 18, you think you're a big gun, you're a big boss. Life is still going to show you flames and it's still going to go like this. So just enjoy it. Actually, enjoy everything, enjoy it, and don't rush anything, but enjoy it and live your life, period. Next question. Have you ever cheated on your boyfriend? No, I haven't. Next question. Have you encountered a guy who lost interest in you because you have a kid? No. And that's because, let's see, the lawyer guy had a child, so he didn't mind at all. And then my boyfriend fell in love with Amu before he fell in love with me. Like, that's the truth. My boyfriend fell in love with Amu before he fell in love with me. So it's what just put the stamp on to say this one is really the one. So no, I've never encountered. Thank God. Next question. Nyasaba. Usaba ni manje. Nyasaba. Next question. Looking over the past 5 years, do you have any regrets? What would you do differently? Like I said, I don't have any regrets because I strongly believe that everything is set out by God. So I genuinely don't have any regrets. What would I do differently? Nothing. I do everything the way I did it because everything had everything taught me something. Ooh, everything taught me something. But yeah, everything literally taught me something. So I wouldn't do anything differently because I wouldn't have learned something from that thing. Period. Next question. What was the highlights of your year? I think when he gave me the promise ring, I think that was the highlights of my year, to be quite honest. Yeah, Valentine's Day. Definitely, 100%, 100%. What superpower would you like to have? What superpower would I like to have? Superpower of magic, if that makes sense. Like to just toop, and then like something comes. Like says, or let's say I want to travel somewhere and I just want to work, and then I just toop. I don't know what superpower that's called. I don't even know if that's a superpower, child. But yeah, I'm not a Marvel fan. I don't know those things. But yeah, I think that's the superpower I have. I'd like to have, like, to just bring whatever I want. Like if I want a shiny shoe, I just say toop, and then it comes. Remember Cinderella vibes. So yeah. Next question. What's your favorite feature about yourself and why? My eyes. My eyes. My eyes. My eyes. Period. Point blank period. My eyes. My eyes. Why? Because I think that's what makes my whole face. Never mind my smile. But my eyes, guys. I've got gorgeous eyes. Like some people call me China even. So definitely my eyes. Next question. What are your deal breakers in a relationship, both romantic and platonic? Deal breakers. Oh, someone who won't stand my son. Oh, what are we doing? Then what are we doing? What are we doing? You have to, for me even, love my son more than me. Period. Because if you fall out of love with me, or if I piss you off, you're not gonna care about him, or you're not gonna think about him or for him, because your judgment or your actions are too clouded by the fact that I'm pissing you off and you love me more. So you're just loving what I'm coming with, but you're actually not genuinely loving it for it. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah, I think someone who will not stand my son, it's shy. It's shy. That's yeah, no, it's shy. It's shy. Next question. One thing you can't live without: God. One thing I can't live without is God. Because there's nothing you can't live without. Because that you were born with nothing, guys. You were born naked. You were born with nothing. Unless obviously now we're going to be scientific about it and say without a heart, you can't live without a heart. You can't. Then now we're being scientific about it. But if we're just talking in general, God. And honestly, that's not even in general. If we're talking, it's God. I can't live without God. Period. Next question. Is dating different now that you're a mom? If yes, how? Definitely is, because you have someone else to think about in all that you do. Yeah, definitely it has, because you have someone else to think about before yourself. So that person that you're with, your partner, is not just dating you, but they're also dating your child. So it's very different. You need someone who's mature enough to understand that he's not just dating you, but he's also with who? Your son or your daughter. So yeah. Next question. When's the right time to introduce your partner and child to each other? How do you know whether or not to do it? Honestly, my answer is going to be you will know. You will know, and like I keep saying, it's important to have or to be with someone who understands that you have a child, who loves your child. For me, preferably, who loves your child more than they love you. So I think the actions should show, is this person serious or is this person not? Because we can easily say after 6 months, the person dips because they've met someone else who doesn't have baggage, who doesn't have a child, who does not stress them, who's always available for them. Because when you have a child, you're not always available, you know. So some people get annoyed. Some people are just genuinely clingy, and they don't understand that they can't always be with you. So I can't give it a time frame. You will know as the mother, but you can't be making your child meet everyone you encounter. You can't do that. You generally can't do that, you know. But with me, he's genuinely my forever, guys. Like, there's none else. Like, I was not gonna meet anyone else. Like, even when we had broken up, however many times, whatever. No, still, it's like, no, none's gonna meet except for him. Period. So how would you know? You know. When you know, you know. When you know he's serious, you know. When you know that he's your forever, because he needs to understand that if you meet your child, he's forever. Because now if you're not forever, what? My child must now meet someone else and get used to someone else. Why? Johnny. You know. So I'll stop here for now. You guys will have to stay tuned for part 2. But thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment. Please don't forget to share. And please don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye. Bye.
A unique, a local, a proudly South African water brand by Cass Imperial that comes from deep within, a natural aquifer, and is organically filtered to maintain the precise taste that nature intended. Now tell me, why would you want to drink anything else?